It is a little awkward. It's okay. We're
But
fine.
we'll
So
figure this out as
it's not
time goes
showing.
on.
Yeah, it's not showing. I'm not good at this.
That's all right.
It's not showing up yet.
You're as good
As
at
of
this as
yet.
the Bruins are at scoring goals on us.
And 2-0.
Nil.
2-0. Your videos. Let's check out our videos. Are we streaming live? Are we live? We are not live. I don't
Larry,
know
are we
what.
live yet, Larry?
Larry, are we live yet? We are not live. Here we are. We're live. Let's bleep and go.
Bleep and go.
I can't get a shareable link. I don't even know what that was. All right.
Larry, where'd you go, Larry? We need you to
Where
fix
did
it
you
now.
go, Larry? Oh, this is a disaster so far. We are.
Do you want me to talk? Because I can just talk through this.
No, we're good. We're good. All right. It is shared on the Facebook. The Facebook. And so what we're going to do now is your boy is going to share it on to his Emil Andre's first point. All right, now we're going to share it
Oh,
to
yeah.
ours. Now it's shared. And we'll do it now. The puck is dropped. And we're underway. It's Ace. It's Chris. It's episode 11 of the Puck Drop Pod. It is the post-game show for the Flyers 2-0 win in Beantown, in Boston. I thought you had Smart Pack. I packed it, and then I unpacked it. You had Smart Pack. You unpacked it. Pack.
Pass the
Ace, before we get started, we have to address some vicious rumors that we heard sometime today. I've heard, Ace, you are from the great state of California. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That is
specifically
correct.
Southern California, which is
Southern California. Beautiful Southern California. Can you confirm or deny the rumors that you were once at a Diddy party? That's what I've heard. That's what the streets are saying.
Have you heard of NDA?
I see some baby oil behind you, I think. Is that baby oil? That's a lot of baby oil. No. All right.
No.
Well,
No.
just Flyers jerseys, not baby oil. No Diddy.
That's just grease. I'm in a shed.
He's all lubed up today. We're all lubed up. Flyers win 2-0 in Boston. And where are we at? We are 2 wins on the season, 3 wins. Where are we at? I don't even know.
I think
where
it's 3 wins, right?
3 wins.
3 wins.
Flyers again outshot, but Forster with his second, Emil Andre with his first point. Joel Farabee gets the empty netters. Sam Ersson with the shutout. How many saves did my man have? 23 saves today. 23. The Flyers now. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Where's my credit?
You did get the
credit.
Hey,
listen, I'm batting 50% because who did I say was going to score too?
Well, who did you? You said Forster, right?
I said Forster, but I also said Frost and Farabee. But Farabee did score.
All right, that's not bad.
Empty net. Oh, okay. Damn.
There you go.
All right.
He's on fire today. I also, just to be fair, I also predicted a Flyers win, but I predicted it 3-2. But that's okay. A win is a win. So let's discuss.
Can't all win.
Yeah, let's discuss. I mean, Ersson pretty good. The Flyers actually wound up being what we were discussing earlier at work was Flyers started out as minus 200. If for all you bettors, you know what that means. It means it's the Boston Bruins were a heavy favorite. They were +2 or minus 200, minus 160, wound up at plus 135. So favorites by puck drop, which was odd. And Vegas right again. So the Flyers win.
That's weird.
It is weird. I don't know what was going on. Everybody knew what the lineup was. I'm not sure what the issue was there, but Flyers win 2-0. Like we said, a fine game. Your thoughts?
I mean, I felt like I was watching the Devils from the '90s for a few periods there.
A very kind of boring
game.
Yeah, especially the first period for sure was a little tedious to watch. But if your team wins, it's like I said, a win is a win.
Big
Michkov,
defensive win.
correct. Yeah, for sure. Erston really good. A couple big saves on the 5-on-3 in the first period.
Yeah.
And was strong throughout the game. So good on
I
him
thought
on
that
that
kind of
one.
set the tone for the Bruins as well. Like not scoring on that 5-on-3 that early in the game. I think that
Mhm.
kind of set the tone for them. So I think they were like kind of shooting themselves in the foot all game long too. It's nice to watch another team actually do that.
Yeah, and they've kind of been in the same boat as the Flyers, kind of not
Hmm.
not playing 5-on-5 too well. Boston, a lot of talent on the team for sure, obviously, and they'll figure it out. I mean, they always do,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
they'll
of
be there at
course,
the
yeah.
end. Yeah,
They'll
they'll
be in the
be there
playoffs.
for sure. They'll be there at the end of the year, but what? Whoa! I just had a
But
whole issue on. I had a black screen of death for a second there. I thought we were all
I
gonna
thought you had a
die.
stroke for a second. I was like, you all right?
I felt that. I felt like it was the left side of my face, wasn't it? Is it my face? Can you tell? No,
Face for
my face,
radio.
my entire screen went black. I thought my
Oh,
computer was gonna
okay.
we were all gonna die. I thought this was it. Where were we? Yeah, so no, Urson was strong. Flyers win 2-0. A weird
Yeah.
start to the season so far. I mean, good game tonight. The offense is a little odd. I mean, it was 1-0 up until the Farabee empty netter there. Um, you had that the 1-7-5 win, which you don't really want to make a habit of
Yeah.
winning games like
It'd be
that.
nice to like
Yeah,
balance this out a little bit
there's
more.
there's got to be like a balancing act on where we want to win games, and I think
Yeah.
that I don't know what the identity of this team is right now yet. Obviously early in the season, but wins are wins. We'll take them however you can get them.
Yeah.
Rocky start to the season 5-on-5 has been oddly off, as in
Yeah.
the complete opposite of last year.
It's
Mitchkov
so
comes
weird.
in, right? Mitchkov comes in, kind of solidifies the power play a little bit as kind of a quarterback, a little bit.
Hmm.
And then 5-on-5 has just been a complete disaster. So uh, just odd in that sense.
It doesn't make any sense to me, especially like what it's the same team as last year. Like, did they change that much besides their forecheck? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense that they're struggling so bad on 5-on-5 where they flourished last year. And yeah, I mean, their power play is what did they say? They're at like 20 something percent right now, and
Yeah, a
I don't even
complete
think we were in
360.
double digits last year.
Right, a complete 360 from last year. So that part of the game is good, and you can tell that Michkov and everybody's learning to play with Michkov, right?
Yeah.
And you
I
can
think
even
they're
see it today,
struggling learning to play with him.
big
'Cause,
time,
yeah,
big time,
I
because
mean,
you'll
how many more times can you be set up in front of the net and just not score? Like it's happened every single game. It's happened at least 2 or 3 times in a game where Michkov's behind the net, gets it to somebody's stick in front of the net, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh
I got to
yeah,
score here."
we actually have a player that can pass.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you see it constant. You saw it a lot tonight where people are just not ready for passes. Now that could be
yeah,
both. It's on both ends, right? It's not
yeah.
always them too. It's just he's making passes that everybody's not used to. So that might take quite a while to kind of get used to.
I
Um,
think everybody's also when he gets behind the net like that is just waiting and salivating for him to do the lacrosse goal and score a Michigan because he's tried it in every single freaking game at this point. At this
almost
point,
had
I'm
one.
like, just get it
Almost had
over
one
with.
tonight. Yeah,
Yeah,
almost had
almost.
one
That was actually a
tonight.
good save. It was a
It
good
was.
save.
It was.
Yeah, it was a
It
good
was
save
nice.
because I thought it was in.
Yeah, no, it was tonight's attempt was one of the best that he's had, and you're right, he's tried it in every single game so far. Um, yeah, it just seems like they're not, you add a player like that, a dynamic player into the lineup that you've compared him. I don't know if you've done it on the pod. You might have done it on the pod. I'm not really sure, but a kind of a mixture of Peter Forsberg and Jaromir Jagr, and I think you're spot
Mhm.
on that. A good playmaker, but also can have pretty dynamic skills at the same time. I think that
Mhm.
we're just kind of obviously just looking at the tip of the iceberg for
Oh
where
yeah,
he can be. So that's
yeah.
super
That
that's
puck
super
control is
exciting.
phenomenal. And even today, he had an off game and he still made some great plays.
100%. You can see the IQ. You can see everything's there. It's kind of just putting it together, and it's only a few games here to start the season. It's a slow start, but you can see that he's a bona fide He's going to be a bona fide superstar. That you
Yeah.
have that locked. Now,
Yeah.
we'll get into the rest of that because there's a lot of things that are super concerning for sure because the slow start that we've had, especially coming off a couple good years, not good years, but years where the momentum was building. And I
Yeah,
think
where
that
we felt that was about to turn.
right. And you thought that, okay, this year we're going to find out what we really are. And I guess at a certain sense, we kind of are finding out what we really are. Um,
Mhm.
and I don't think I like everything of it. 48, number one,
No.
again, 86. And so people that don't know numbers, that would be Joel Farabee, 86, and Morgan Frost, 48. Morgan Frost already kind of bouncing around the lineup, was on the fourth line for a while. Was expecting him to be one of those guys that sit out, a la Bobby Brink, Igor Zamula tonight, who's also had a tough start to the season too.
Yeah, if we weren't sitting here looking at Ryan Paling, your second line center, Frost would be scratched. But unfortunately, we have our next center on the depth chart is Ryan Paling, so it's not going to be a fun time when he's up there.
Yeah, and that's a
Tippett.
tough that's a tough scene when your second line guy is basically a fourth liner. So you're not going to have too much success doing that for sure. But I think my biggest concern, and if we're going to talk about, I guess, long term, where we are, kind of what's going on here. And again, small sample size, so I might be overreacting, I might not, I don't know, but this is how I feel now. It's concerning to the point where the guys that you thought that were going to take the next step, Tippett, Frost, Forster, Farabee, those kind of guys, off to slow starts. Now, I don't want to overreact, but I will overreact because that's what I feel right now. I feel like the message is not getting there. You want to see, you want to see more from those kids. Forster had a better game tonight, better than he had.
Yeah, I
was never
worried. I was never really worried about Forster. You kind of saw it. He was having just a crappy game. 2 games I think he had.
Yeah,
that were not like him.
Right.
So, and he's really, honestly, he's a second-year player, so you kind of expect that to happen eventually, and it's good to see him score tonight, and almost, you could see the relief on his face, like, oh, I can still do this.
Yeah, well, with this shot, it's like, again, we've been saying this from the beginning. It's like, just shoot the puck. Just shoot the puck, sir.
Yeah.
No passing. It's always that cute pass that you want. Sometimes it's not about cuteness. It's just about dumb bruteness. It's about getting it to the net, and that's such a dumb cliche, hockey cliche.
Yeah,
get it, pucks on net, pucks on net, pucks on net.
Yeah, but it's a cliche because it's true.
Because it's true.
It's like, look at all the goals that have been scored against us this year, where we're sitting here going, "Oh, well, our goalies aren't really this bad. We don't have 3 goalies that have it, 880 save percentage because it went off of this stick and it went off of this person's ass and this person's skate." And we're sitting here like, well, it's not going to go off of anybody's ass if you're not shooting it.
Well, I'll tell you, there has been a lot of deflected goals this year so far. And so, you can't really put that on the goalies. But my concern is, you're not seeing the development so far. Again, like I said, small sample size. But at the same time, you're not seeing that development that you would like to see in, is this year 3 or 4 of Torts? 3?
This is year 4.
Year 4.
The 4th year, technically.
And if you're talking about a rebuild, you'd like to see a little bit more than what you've already seen. Tippett is what Tippett has been. A guy who's dynamic skating-wise, but can't finish. Can't finish again. Forster, guy who can shoot, doesn't want to shoot. Shot tonight, but hasn't done it consistently. Frost, a guy who has skill, has a playmaking skill, and disappears a lot of the time. And is just not gritty enough to play in the NHL. You saw him get bullied around tonight. He tries to play at some points in time. I think he gets a little frustrated and tries to play a physical game, and he's not a physical guy.
He always ends up with the woe is me attitude. Like something doesn't work. He misses a wide open net, and he's like, oh my God, what's wrong with me?
And I think
he takes a stupid penalty today, and he's like,
tonight, And I think the worst.
The dumb look.
I think the worst thing about him is when he is going bad, For some reason, he decides to grow the dumb mustache.
Yeah, the Crosby.
Oh my god. And there's nothing worse than a guy who has a ton of skill who isn't producing and is just lost in the sauce with this crazy crustache. Like this just
Yeah.
he can't grow a mustache, but he's trying. He looks like a 15-year-old boy, and it's just bad. And when you're watching it, it's so infuriating because you're like,
Yep.
just shave the damn thing, kid.
Yeah.
Come on.
His face just becomes so much more punchable.
Oh, it's the most punchable face on the planet, especially when he's going bad, and he's been bad most of his career in Orange and Black. So, for me, last year I think I turned the corner on him. I was like, oh, you know what? He's got something. There's something there. And I think there is still something there, but I don't know if we're ever going to really see it. Like at this point,
You know who he is?
Who is he?
You know who he is? Hey, we already have him on our team. It's Ryan Poehling. Ryan Poehling was a first-round draft pick, had all the speed, had a great shot, scored a hat trick in his first NHL game, and everybody's like, woohoo! And now look who's skating with Hathaway and Delorier. Like, that's going to be Frost. We're going to be sitting here in 2 years being like, oh my God, remember when we had 2C Morgan Frost?
Yeah, it's brutal. And that's why you're almost last in the Metro. You got to love that the Pittsburgh Penguins are last in the Metro right now. That
does feel good to hear it.
And you could have saw that coming a mile away, and the only people that didn't see that coming was the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's insane.
Should have traded Crosby.
Oh my God! And and it's the same thing with Giroux too. You were 2 years too late on the Giroux thing. You got a good return, but you could have got a great return. And you got to make. I know that there's sentimental value with Crosby there, and there should be clearly. But if you're looking for the good of the franchise, Stamkos was traded. Crosby should have been traded, and now you're stuck. And good luck.
Was traded.
And you're going to be done.
Florida.
Right, and you're going to be done for the next 10 years because of it. And congratulations, you deserve it.
I think the best thing about that story is that they had Ron Hextall just before there to be like, should we trade him or should we not? It's like, oh,
and he did the same exact thing.
Yeah,
the same exact thing. And then these guys keep getting jobs. It's ridiculous.
I know.
They just keep recycling coaches. They keep recycling general managers who do the same exact thing in different cities that they did here, screwed up another franchise again, and you love to see it. Thank you, Hexy, for your service for the Flyers again by going. I think that's what he probably did. He was just a narc. Or not a narc. What do you call it?
That's true. Double agent.
Call those? Yeah. Like a secret agent that go in there just to implode that franchise from the inside. But and it's a tough situation, right? You've got two superstars that have been there for umpteen years. Tough to move away from them, but you got to make the tough decisions. And if you don't, this is where you are.
Yep. Well, welcome to the basement, guys. It's cold down here.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I don't know. Where do we go from here? I think that, good win tonight. You got a goalie situation that is in flux. Ersin, I guess, is your number one. Fedotov so far has been a complete disaster.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. Did he go back to Siberia? He
may be in the Russian army again. I'm not sure. He might.
I saw Koltov sitting there today. I was like,
oh, was he? I didn't see that. Yeah, was he on the bench?
Yeah, Koltov was backing him up on the bench. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been brutal. Fedotov has been brutal. I don't see an NHL goalie.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
What we should do with Fedotov?
Hmm?
We should call our buddy Putin back and be like, I think this guy skipped bail on you or something. Why don't we turn him over and you can send us Zavragin and we'll just call it wash.
So Igor Zavragin is in the KHL right now, 19 years old and pretty much destroying the entire league with ska.
Those walking shoes.
Yeah, hold on. Mighty Boss
Running
Tone.
in place.
Yeah. That's the impression that I get. So he's at that. Scott is actually a hockey team in the KHL. It's also a style of music which is horrific, but that's okay if you're into it. You're into
Whoa!
it. I'm not joking.
Whoa,
are you?
whoa.
But you're a big. What are you? A big? You a big Mighty?
No. There's some ska that's good, but I don't want to alienate an entire musical class of our listening audience here.
No, that's okay. We can debate. It's always healthy debate. That's fine. No, I'm not a ska guy.
Is No Doubt ska?
Oh no, no.
Are
They
you
dressed
sure? Listen to
no doubt.
early.
No, let's get into this. No
They
Doubt
got
dressed ska, but they weren't ska.
okay.
They were just like, I don't know what they were.
Were they rock?
I don't know if they were rock. That You and Me used to be together. That's not ska. That's just like that's
Well,
Gwen
that's like
Stefani. That's
no,
Gwen
but I'm thinking
Stefani.
like
Just
I'm just a girl.
yeah, but no, that wasn't ska. That was just dog shit. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm Just a Girl was it was fine. I guess in 90, I'm pretty good at this. I'm Just a Girl 1998. Hold on. I'm really good.
Nah.
I'm Just a Girl 1998. You saw this earlier at work. I'm a savant.
Was it?
No. Well, hold on.
For
Hold
John
on.
Tesh.
John Tesh, underrated. I'm Just a Girl. Release date.
Basketball.
Gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Sorry. I'm Just a Girl song. What year? What date was this? Sorry.
Thanks, Flyers.
Yeah. This is
you win, and now we're arguing over what year.
What a Flyers podcast this
It's 97, all right? I'm telling you, it's 97.
It is 1995. Wow.
What?
That's the underdog. I would have lost that bet big time. All right, I'm Just a Girl. Flyers
I'm 2 for 2 tonight.
Flyers win 2-0. I'm Just a Girl was released in 1995. We're learning a lot. So Ivan Fedotov is ass. Ass. So
Zavragin is opposite.
Zavragin is opposite, but he's on the shelf in the KHL for the next 2 years. So you got Kolosov kind of backing up Urson right now. And again, I would say a little bit of an overreaction from Briere signing Fedotov to a 2-year deal to be a backup. And it seems like.
Well, the good news is you can kind of send him down for some work in the AHL, and no one's going to claim him. You know what I mean? No one's going to. No
one's going to claim him. But again, you're wasting cap
Maybe
space.
Toronto. I don't know.
Yeah, you're screwing around. Well, listen, if they want him, you can have him. I don't see. Again, he might just be off to a slow start because, it's a different league. It's a different and there's.
I'm still confident. I think he'll be a decent backup. I think he just has to get a couple of good starts where he's not giving up 4 goals a game. Maybe have that one good game where he only has 1 or 2. Build off of that and keep going. We just need him to win 10 games this year. That's it. 10 games is all I need out of him.
Well, I'll tell you what, from what we've seen already, 10 games is a stretch. Just basic stuff. You can't control the rebound. Goals go in. You can't. He seems to be so large. He's 6'8", so large that he has tough time with just shots on the ice.
I think what it is, him being so large on a smaller ice surface. I know people keep bringing the fact up that, he played in an NHL surface in the KHL. Yeah, he did. He played like 60% of the games on an NHL rink. The other 40% he played on a much bigger rink. And It's not the fact that the angles are different. It's that everything is closer to you. So even that fraction of a second of release time off of somebody's stick, even though he's at the top of the dots, he's much closer to you than he is in the other leagues on the bigger rinks. So I think between him being bigger, other players are seeing that, and it's easier to pick spots because he doesn't have the fast enough reaction because they're actually physically closer to him.
Yeah, and we'll see how it pans out. I mean, so far it's been bad. It's not been a good start. Kolosov gave up 4 the other night, but I think 3 of those deflections, you can't really blame him. There was one that was bad on the Cole Caulfield goal that, it's a good shooter. You're face to face with him, kind of leaks in through a spot.
We call it a bad goal because we want it to be a save. If you're a goalie, you're like, damn, he just beat me good. That's a good shot. You're like, yeah, both things can be true. That was a good shot by a good goal scorer, but you know what? Good goalies make that save too.
For sure. But if you're seeing the puck, I mean, as just an observer, if you're seeing the puck clean, you'd like a save there.
Gotta make it.
Yeah, you'd like a save there, especially with a couple goals that already went in. So you'd like to see him get a save. But I think just overall, just general the way he looks and general feel. I was pretty confident with him. I think he looked pretty good. I'm not a goalie expert, but I think it's like I said, like just a general feel of how confident you are in him stopping the puck, and I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's important for him to get these starts because if he's going to be a little bit longer of a project when it comes. He has that time though. You know what I mean? Like Fedotov doesn't. Kolosov has a year or two where he can figure things out on his own. And let's also not forget, like Erson's pretty much our starter for the next few years until we either bring Fragin over or sign somebody. So for Kolosov, it's not as much like, oh, do you want to start a job? It's can we get you to the point of which you're either a backup and we're keeping you, or somebody else wants you and now you are worth something and we can trade you for an asset that we actually need now.
Right.
So that's been the problem with the Flyers building their structure of their depth chart is their timing of the guys graduating the NHL and being ready, but being able to move them for something we actually need. We don't have that yet.
Right. So I feel like this year is going to be somewhat of a roller coaster, and if it's already been a roller coaster, because earlier we were on Tankathon looking for what kind of draft pick we can get, and I'm so sick and tired of doing that. It's fun, but it's also it's basically like you kind of just it's a simulator for what kind of draft pick you're going to get, and so we were kind of down in the dumpster
based off of where you are in the standings.
Correct. Yeah. So based off at the current moment. So right now, basically, we'll get the either first, second, or third pick, which would be great. But you're I don't want. I'm fine with being a bottom feeder again one more year. I was hoping to be, and we'll see. Like I said, it's so early on in the season, 3-6-1 right now, which is not your ideal start, and you're getting outshot consistently.
We still have to do our amazing 10-game win streak, followed by the phenomenal Disney on Ice tour out west through California when Disney on Ice is in the Fargo Center, or whatever we're calling it these days. And then we got the, typical 10-game losing streak to still come up. So we've got some things to look forward to for the rest of the year.
Oh, the 10-game losing streak.
On our way to mediocrity.
Yeah. It's gonna 100% happen. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. So we got the Blues coming up on what day is it? Thursday, Halloween. Blues at home. They're 5-5-0. So you might get a win there. We'll see how that goes.
Does that mean we have another back-to-back this weekend?
I don't think so.
Do you still have the schedule up? Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Nah, you got the Bruins at home at 1:00 on Saturday, and that's the only game this weekend.
Love 1:00 games.
Love a good one. I want to go to that one actually.
Ooh, tickets probably aren't that expensive right now.
No, tickets were great. Section 111 the other night, row 17 was $89. That's a beautiful price. 111, Flyers shoot twice. The bathroom is right behind you. I got it down. The beer place where you just walk in and grab a beer out of the refrigerator, all right there. They got Dogfish Head 90 Minute. It's right behind section 111. There's a whole selection there. It's beautiful. It's great.
No, I forgot my drink. I'm sitting here
dude. I'm sitting here. I got Lagunitas Maximus right now. It tastes awful right now.
Oh, really? I was about to say.
Because I had beer upstairs and it was different than this beer. See, when you switch, sometimes all you taste is like the wheat,
the change. Yeah.
Yeah, the change, and it's just it's brutal. It's not going down smooth. So, also, Saturday it's my son's birthday on Halloween. It's gonna be 12 years old. Happy birthday, Corbin Alexander, who now has a broken collarbone, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday, Corbin.
Yeah, congratulations. Broken collarbone. He's going to an orthopedic surgeon tomorrow, so hopefully he doesn't need surgery. Doesn't look good.
All
yeah,
right.
so we're not.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. So he's
playing. But you know what? When you get hurt like that, you get all the ice cream you want.
Upper body injury, out for 6 weeks. Yeah, so hopefully surgery's not in the cards for my man. So Corbin, feel better soon, bud.
Right.
Yeah. So we are. So let's end it here.
All right.
We had the post game. Flyers win 2-0. Shutout from Samuel Ersson. Hopefully we might see Kolosov on Thursday. Maybe there's talk that
you'll
Urson
probably
might get the start there.
Saturday game.
So we'll see how it goes. I would like to see Kolosov. I mean, what's there to lose? I think you need to get a guy in, and you need to
Yeah,
get
you'll
him
see him
in.
again.
Yeah, again. Hopefully it's like more of a 60-40 kind of thing. I don't know what the plan is moving forward. Like we were talking about, Fedotov has been bad, but I don't think they're going to give up on him that quickly.
Nah, I think Kolosov will get his last game on Saturday, and that'll be it. I think you start Ersson the next game, and since he just had a good shutout, keep him going. Kolosov Saturday.
And we'll see. I'm probably back to Lehigh Valley, but we'll see. Hope he doesn't throw another fit. Episode 11 in the books.
Rage quit.
Rage quit, yeah. So we'll get back to this soon. Streaming live on YouTube, Riverside. I don't know if that's actually feeding Facebook. I don't know what's going on, but I know that we shared the Facebook link to our YouTube or our Facebook page, which is Puck Drop Pod. Puck Drop Pod on YouTube. Don't ask me about Apple. Don't ask me about Twitter either. X, Twitter, whatever. I don't care about that. We can only live stream from one platform at a time. So we're doing that on I don't know why I keep pointing, but we're doing that on YouTube. Yeah. Ace. God damn you. Scuba Steve, damn you.
Scuba Steve, you damn you.
Damn you. So we're on YouTube. We're streaming live there. So just like and subscribe. Shout out to Bob Spade and his pie scheme.
His Ponzi pies.
His Ponzi pie scheme, his Pisces scheme. Shout out to Bob. He's a follower, so shout out to him. He might even just be faking it, like his stupid pie scheme. He's scamming people out of pies for Thanksgiving. He scammed me out of $36. I want my money back, Bob. I'm not gonna rest. I'm getting my lawyers. We're gonna go get my lemon meringue pie, my $36 back. This is
you got a lemon meringue pie from him?
I don't know what kind of pies I got.
That should have been a red flag, right?
I paid $36 to this man who says that he's going to donate 2 pies to the homeless. And I think that he's giving them to his kids at Thanksgiving, and they're my pies. I want to see the homeless eating a pie. If I don't see the homeless eating a pie, I'm going to go get a lawyer. This is litigation.
It's November. I know it's November now, and you want a hot turkey, but here's a pie.
I've never seen
You don't have a roof on your head, but would you like some pie?
Hey, homeless guy. And just smashes a pie in his face.
Yeah, you should have just given me the money.
I want my $36 or a pie. Maybe I'll eat the pie next year. Anyway, that's an inside joke. Bob, we love you. Thanks for following, and thank you for subscribing. You should do that too. YouTube, Facebook. Where else are we at? Apple. We're also on Spotify. Wherever you get your podcasts, we'll try to get those out. Ace, episode 11. Good win tonight. Good hockey.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you in episode 12 coming up soon. Thanks a lot.
Oh.
Woo! 33 minutes. That was good.
Wow.
That's
perfect.
cool. Yeah. A nice little tight 30 minutes.